Hi everyone, it's Bianca here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for a new tutorial. Today I'll show you how to make these beautiful flower square. I'm going to work with 2 balls of yarn, 1 ball in a multicolor. I'm going to work with a 4mm crochet hook. You need also a scissors and a needle. Let's get started. We make a slip knot on the hook. And we begin with a chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we close here in the first chain with a slip stitch. Now we have here a little circle and then we can start on round 1. Round 1, in the little circle we make clusters of 2 double crochets together with between a chain 3 8 times, and your first cluster is a little bit different than the other clusters. We start with a chain 2, then yarn over and then enter your hook here in the middle of that little circle, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over and pull for 2. This counts for your first 2 double crochets together. Now make a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we make a repeat 7 times of 2 double crochets together with between a chain 3. Yarn over, back into that same little circle here. Grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over, back into that same circle. Grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. 2 not complete double crochets. We work all these stitches together, yarn over and pull to 3 in one go, and then make a chain 3. We make 6 times that same repeat, 2 double crochets here in the circle. That's 1 and 2, yarn over, work all these stitches together and then make a chain 3. 2 double crochets together in that same little circle in the center. Yarn over, work together, make a chain 3. Repeat those stitches 4 more times, so you have 8 groups of 2 double crochets together and 8 times 3 chain stitches. I'm all the way around. On the end here I have worked also a chain 3. Now we close here on top of the very first 2 double crochets together with a slip stitch. So here on the top, grab your yarn, pull through and pull through. Round 2, we work first 1 slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. Go in with your hook, grab your yarn, pull up and pull through. So we start here in the first chain 3 space. We begin with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3 counts for your first double crochet. Now go back here in that same chain 3 space with another 4 double crochets. In that space, that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So with your first chain 3 here in the beginning, we have here in that same space 5 double crochets. Now make 1 chain and then we skip over to the next chain 3 space and make again 5 double crochets all in that same space. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then make 1 chain, and these 5 double crochets and that chain is the repeat we work all the way around 8 times in total. I'll show you the repeat one more time. So we skip over to the next chain 3 space and make 5 double crochets in that space. And then we work 1 chain stitch all the way around 8 times in total. I work my stitches all the way around. After that last 5 double crochets, don't forget to make that chain. Then we close here on top of the very first double crochet, that's the chain 3. In the third chain stitch, 1 2 3, in that stitch on the top, work a slip stitch. Round 3, we start with the first double crochet, that's a chain 3. And we work that chain 3 here on top of that chain 3 here under. Then into the next stitch, make 2 double crochets in that same stitch. So into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet and a second double crochet back into that same stitch. Into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, and then we work 2 double crochets into the next stitch in that same stitch. That's 1, back into that same stitch for a second, and in the next stitch 1 double crochet, and then make 1 chain. The repeat of this round. We work 7 times in total. We skip that chain here, and then on the top of the very first double crochet of that group of 5, you make 1 double crochet, into the next stitch 2 double crochets in that same stitch, that's 1 and 2, only 1 double crochet into the next stitch, then make 2 double crochets into the next stitch, that's 1, back into that same stitch for a second, and only 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then make 1 chain. And this is the repeat. We work all the way around 8 times in total. We have here made 2 already, so I show you one more time the next repeat. We skip that chain, then on top of the very first double crochet of that group of 5 double crochets, make 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, in the next stitch 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 1 chain all the way around. On the end of this round, after that last double crochet, don't forget that chain 1. Then we close with a slip stitch on top of the very first double crochet, that's the chain 3, 1 2 3 in the third chain stitch. We start with a chain 3, count for your first double crochet, and now on top of the next 6 double crochets work also 1 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. With your first chain 3 here in the beginning, we work 7 double crochets. Now make a chain 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. And now we start on the repeat of this round. On top of the next 7 double crochets, make 1 double crochet. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and then make a chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And this is the way how you work all the way around. On the end of this round, after that last chain 7, we work a slip stitch on top of the very first double crochet, that chain 3. 1, 2, 3 in that stitch, 1 slip stitch. We start with the chain 3, counts for your first double crochet, and then into the next 2 stitches we make 2 double crochet together. So yarn over, enter hook in the next stitch, grab your yarn and pull up, yarn over and pull for 2, yarn over, enter hook into the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over and pull for 2. Now you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and work together. Then into the next stitch, only 1 double crochet, and then we make in the next 2 stitches also 2 double crochet together. So yarn over, enter hook in the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over into the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull to 3 in one go. Then into the next stitch make 1 double crochet. Now we make a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here in the middle of that chain 7 make 1 single crochet in that space. Again a chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we start on the repeat of this round that we work 7 times in total into the next stitch, and that's the first double crochet here of that 7 double crochets. On top 1 double crochet in that stitch, then into the next 2 stitches make 2 double crochet together. That's 1 into the next stitch, 2, and work these stitches together. In the next stitch 1 double crochet, into the next 2 stitches 2 double crochets together. That's 1 into the next stitch for a second and work together. Only 1 double crochet on top of the last double crochet here. Make a chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here in the middle of that chain 7 1 single crochet and a chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and this is the repeat. You work all the way around 6 more times. I work all my stitches. After that single crochet, also a chain 5, and then we work a slip stitch on top of the very first double crochet, that chain 3. We start on the final round of this color for the flower, and we work on top of the next 5 double crochets of the next 5 stitches 5 double crochet together. Your first double crochet is a little bit different. We make a chain 2, 1, 2, and then in the next 4 stitches make 1 double crochet, but we work those double crochets not complete, we work those stitches together. So yarn over and hook in the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over into the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over into the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, and one more time. So yarn over into the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2. Now we have here 5 loops on the hook, 5 not complete double crochets. We work those stitches together to work all these double crochets also complete. So like this. So we work 5 double crochets together. Now make a chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here in the chain 5 space make 1 single crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip over to the next chain 5 and make 1 single crochet in that space. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we start on the repeat of this round. Into the next 5 stitches we make 5 double crochet together. So yarn over and the hook here in the top of the very first double crochet. Grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull to 2, yarn over into the next stitch. That's 2 and into the next stitch. 3 in the next. 4 and in the next. 5. Now you have 6 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all the stitches in one go. Make a chain 5. And then here in the space of the chain 5 make 1 single crochet in that space. Chain 5. Single crochet into the next chain 5 space and a chain 5. And then you start all over again with in the next 5 stitches 5 double crochets together all the way around. And all the way around make my last chain 5 here, and then on top of the very first 5 double crochet together here we work a slip stitch. So here on top of the stitch, go in with your hook, grab your yarn, pull through and pull through. Now cut the yarn and wave the tails in on the back of the stitches, and then the flower is complete and we can start on the next color, the even color, for the square. Before we continue with the tutorial, I want to ask you for your help to grow my YouTube channel. You can do this by pressing the thumbs up button below this tutorial if you like my work. Leave a comment in the description box what do you think about this tutorial. You can also share this tutorial. If you want to do this for me, you will help me for an even bigger crochet community. Thank you so much, and now it's time to go back to the tutorial. With the next color, make a slip knot on the hook. Then we can start on the square, and we begin with a standing single crochet in a chain 5 space after a group of 5 double crochets together in that space here. Standing single crochet, the yarn is on the hook, then enter your hook in that chain 5 space, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over and pull for 2. That's a standing single crochet. In that same space make 2 more single crochets. That's 1 and 2. Then into the next space 3 single crochets in that space, 1, 2 and 3, and we work also 3 single crochets into the next chain 5 space. 1, 2 and 3. Now we make 1 chain, skip over to the next chain 5 space, and in that space we make 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Now make 1 chain, skip over to the next chain 5 space and we make in that space a corner of 3 trebles, chain 3, 3 trebles, all in that same space. For a treble you yarn twice over the hook, and the hook in the next space, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over and pull for 2, yarn over and pull for 2. We do that 2 more times, so yarn over twice, in that same space, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over twice, into that same space, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over, pull for 2, yarn over and pull for 2. Now make that chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then you go back into that same space with another 3 trebles. Yarn twice over the hook, make 1 treble, yarn twice over the hook for a second treble, yarn twice over the hook for a third treble. So this here is your corner. Now make 1 chain, skip over to the next chain 5 space, make 3 double crochets in that space, 1, 2, 3, and then make 1 chain. And this is the repeat you work all the way around. So you repeat all these stitches 3 more times, 3 single crochets, chain, 3 double crochets, chain, then make a corner of 3 trebles, chain 3, 3 trebles, make 1 chain, 3 double crochets and 1 chain, all the way around 3 more times. I'm all the way around, my last 3 double crochets here, and then don't forget that chain 1. We close on top of the very first standing single crochet here in the beginning on top with a slip stitch. And then we have to go 1 more round and then the square is complete. The last round. We start with a chain, counts for nothing, it's only to hyper stitch. Now go back into that same stitch where you make that slip stitch with 1 single crochet. Now you work on top of every stitch 1 single crochet, and we work also 1 single crochet in the chain 1 spaces. These are the stitches of the single crochets, so like this. Then we have here 1 chain, and in that space make 1 single crochet also in that space. Then on top of the next 3 double crochets, 1 single crochet, then also 1 single crochet in that chain 1 space. On top of the next 3 trebles, 1 single crochet in these stitches, and then here in the chain 3 corner space we make 2 single crochets in that space, chain 1 and 2 more single crochets back into that same space. Then on top of the next 3 trebles, 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet in that chain 1 space. In the next 3 double crochets also 1 single crochet. Then we have here 1 chain stitch, and in that space of that chain also 1 single crochet, and then you start all over again to work on top of every stitch of the top of the single crochets also 1 single crochet. And this is the way how you work all the way around. Work like this all your stitches, and then I see you back here in the beginning to work a invisible join, and then the square is complete. I work my stitches all the way around, 3 single crochets here on top of the last 3 double crochets. Then we have to work 1 more stitch, and that's in the last chain 1 space here for that standing double crochet. Also 1 single crochet in that space. Now we cut the yarn, not too short, and open up our last stitch. You pull your hook all the way up, and now we grab the needle, and I zoom a little bit in so you can see what I'm going to do. We skip our first stitch. Here's your chain, counts for nothing, we skip also that stitch. Then the first stitch is here, that first single crochet, we skip also that stitch. That's the first stitch. You go to the next stitch, under through that V on top of the double of the single crochet. Then you pull through, then you go back into the last single crochet that you work in that chain 1 space, only in the back loop of that stitch, and you work also in the back loop of the stitch of the very first single crochet of this round, and then you pull through. And this stitch here is your invisible join, also a little V. Now I turn my work, and then on the back I go under through a little stitch, not through and through, only in a back loop of 1 stitch, then pull through, not too tight, for a second time under through that same stitch, now make a little loop, you go with your needle into that loop, and then pull. Now I have a little knot. Now I weave only in the back of the stitches that tail in, so like this. Then pull through, not too tight, very loose. Then you skip 1 little piece of thread here, the little stitch here on the back, and you work 1 more time to the other side, also only in the back of the stitches. And we do that also with the other tail. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.